Welcome to Onivia Highlights. These are the best highlights of today's LEC 2025 matchup.
Advantage over Carlson on that Mbessa. Cassante still just ubiquitous in the meta right now, has been for the last 2 years.
I think it's really important that the GX bot lane just chills here, doesn't take any poke, because as of right now, Sheo is still clearing his red side, and Closer has to move down bot side. Oh my god, Jackie's, no mana on Camilo!
No life on Jackie's! Oh my dude.
That was puzzling.
That was puzzling. Closer's on his way across. Camilo still has the flash here.
Oh no!
Oh, he flashes into a wall!
Well...
Oh, no. They're living up to the name of the lane. Right. I wonder if he was looking for the shield off the E. Yeah, he's looking to go through Camilo. That gives you a shield if you connect with someone. Doesn't get it, and then just dies for it.
Yeah, and I mean, Camilo as well. This is just... I mean, it's just a happy little oopsie. There's not much to say here. Expected the flash to come out for Closer at the same time. Closer's just holding it, and then that awkward short flash that Camilo made. Well, hold up, no flash mid lane.
It's the weakness of Camilo now. Without the flash on the Victor, we talked about it in draft. He is susceptible to a lot. Tower is the final one updated on this patch, so it looks like it is going to be one part of a feat each, as Closer will take the Drake in response for those grubs.
I do wonder if Closer will get contested here, because Carlson has all the priority he needs down the bot side. Looks like that Stend is going to be recalling in that mid lane, and they're just going to trade that objective. But there was a small moment where they could have tried to create a man advantage around that Drake.
I think the risk was Flacker being up in the top lane, not having TP. He was just catching that, now pushing it out. It's going to be matched by Lot, who will catch the wave as well. Free time with that AD carry in top.
You got to hit Carlson here, because you already traded the objective, so you're happy to give away this Drake. Just look at the minimap, the way that they're scouring around the top side here. You see Closer getting Raptors right now, getting a benefit from invading, and now Carlson, no resources. He's the one with the TP, so no one's there to cover him if he were to get dived.
And that's why you see immediately Stend bases before the Dragon's even done, gets back, runs, beelines for this top lane. He's like, maybe I can help save Carlson, because if you do give him the bailout, if you bring him back to life, he has that mobility to get back into the fight and maybe pick up a kill. 2 plates currently falling for GIANTX. Carlson now stepping forward, but they will see Stend coming across. And so I don't think GIANTX will look for the dive. Would be greedy if they did. Would be miraculous if they managed it and got out with their life.
Well, I'm happy to have one of the highest ranked casters right next to me then to help me through this analytical game.
TP behind here. Carlson is going to try and dash around, but Jun can lock him up for a moment. Counter TP coming out. There's a Shadowing Strike. Carlson flashes early. Jackie's comes in with the Emperor's Divide. Camilo's here, but he's a little late to the party. Jun takes the kill. GIANTX get their third, and with it they get that portion of the Feats of Strength. And alongside it, with only a minute before the Rift Herald, they can set up control towards this top side.
Yeah, and it's not really that big of an investment. Yeah, you use the ultimates, but it's again Knight and TP, and you'll have that up for the next, well, still going to be 5 minutes, but you happily take that. Camilo, though, can get a bit chunked here, which would give GIANTX priority around that Herald.
A lot still pushing out bot. Carlson would have to use TP if he's going to match that pressure, which gives GIANTX a lot of time towards the top side. A lot now moving away from that bot tower. Camilo does have the flash.
That's nice.
Sheo, there's the cease and desist going in from Closer as he looks to lock them up. Camilo diving towards the top side, but a lot with the TP behind, and now Stend is all caught out. GIANTX with their second, they're looking for more. Well, the second of this prolonged fight, they're looking for more. Camilo does still have the flash, has to use it to get away from Closer, but Lot's not done. Camilo's gonna get pulled back alongside Sheo. A locked up Crescent Guard comes out, but I'm not sure it can guard you from the might of Cassante. In the end, Lot and Closer will back away, but it's 5-1 in favor of GIANTX.
But Lot has been so damn impressive, not just mechanically right there, even with the knowledge. As soon as he saw Carlson TP come through, he said, right, I'm joining you topside. That's the TP advantage we need. And they take the fight with a man advantage through Lot's aggression in bot lane.
Lot has been on absolute fire coming into the league. We heard Finn talking about him obviously in Ready Check earlier on and showing why he is a player to be talked about right now. The rest of GIANTX teaming up well as well. You have to give credit to Closer. He's been in the right position, the right time. Jackie's as well has been involved in 4 of their 5 kills. But now with Drake up in 42 seconds, it looks like GIANTX are going to wrest control of this bot side out of Heretics' hands.
Ultimate's back up for Jackie's as well, so you still have a lot of fighting capabilities. The buy ultimate is not too far either. Just playing through that pressure once again. It's so simple for GIANTX. They get mid lane priority, they move it into the jungle, and they force their opponents out.
Also shows where GIANTX's priorities are. They took the tier 1 in the top side, chased for a couple of kills, then backed off the Rift Herald entirely to try and control down towards the Drake. Lot finds Sheo, and the rest of GIANTX are like, oh, maybe we can make a fight happen around here. I feel it was a little greedy, but all the while, Jackie's is pushing through bot. He's got a tier 1 day of the week, especially when you already have the feats of strength for your team by taking first turret and being the first team to 3 kills. Now they'll get their second Drake on the board, and everything is coming up GIANTX so far. For Heretics, again, a struggle of an early game, especially for Camilo. That flash burn, where he didn't get over the wall for the second kill of the game, really has cost him a lot because they were able to punish him and every day of the week.
I totally agree with you. Oh, hold up. But I also think it's the context of the expectations there were of Team Heretics. I mean, if they get top 8, I'm bringing out the champagne, dude. That's a success for me with the roster right now. As you set yourself, game's not over, and this is where they need to stabilize. This is what they were so good at doing. They did had a smolder yesterday, which made it a bit easier, but Victor is still a strong champion on the patch.
Oh, very powerful as he scales up. Chain of Corruption going wide there from Noah. It was more fishing than anything, I feel. You can do bow fishing. I see people in Canada do it from time to time. Usually you attach a rope to the end of the arrow, though, and they can't pull the Chain of Corruption back after you have unleashed it. So Noah still has a little bit to learn about fishing strategies if he's going to continue to do that.
Yeah, it's not as easy as just playing Jax and fishing in the early game. Sten, though, fishing, finding Closer.
Closer's going to get pulled back here with a handshake. Hostile takeover coming out as well, and Closer was very greedy here. Flacker needs another auto or a missile. Doesn't have one in the tank, but he gets the auto for the shutdown. That was... I always forget the colors. Pretty sure that's Voracious.
Yeah, it is, because it doesn't make sense to me that it's Voracious, because I feel like it's been a slow game, so why is it so Voracious? But
well, okay, so Voracious is hungry, right?
Oh, yes.
So
which I totally knew when I said that. Right.
So it's Voracious. It's like, give me more action, which is why you get the Voracious Artican.
Right. So far, Rift Tower getting spawned in mid lane. Let's see what happens here.
Well, the tower is going to die as Heretics secure it, and that looks to be all they wanted out of the push. So they have used their Rift Tower to get a tower. They were even out on 2 towers apiece. Now they'll try and use the pressure they got from that mid lane to get some vision down towards this bottom side, or at least that's where the pings were for now. You can see Carlson flanking, but might end up finishing this and Sten coming across there, and GIANTX starting up the Artican. It looks like Heretics might want a piece of this action. You do feel if they don't win this fight, it's a slow bleed out from here. Camilo looking for that flank position, flashes up across the board, apart from Flackhead. Jun has that flash engage possibility. Lot going in, gets the lockup onto Camilo. The cease and desist coming out as well as Camilo's forced to flash to the rest of his team. Artican's patience ran out. Not enough action happening for them.
That was a perfect flank. Why was no one there to follow up on that? Why wasn't that communicated? He was behind them. I feel like Camilo should have been 100% dead there. But Artican is starting up again. And resets has come through from Team Heretics.
They have the double TP, but it looks like they're just giving up the ghost on Artican. It will be secured by GIANTX. Sten puts a bit of vision down. Now a couple of pings coming out. Camilo's still pathing up towards top. It does have that teleport. Teleport coming out from Lots as he's going to act as a bouncer. That Artican's already gone. Sheo locked up by Jun. Artican secured by GIANTX, and now they have the false life, and they can take the fight to Heretics. The knockback with the Empress Divide on Camilo. Sheo's locked up as well. GIANTX looking for more. They'll find 2 so far. Sten flashes away, but Noah's still there for the chase, and I'm not sure Sten is going to stand much longer. A double for Noah. GIANTX just sweep away Heretics in the river.
Oh, it's a horror. Team Heretics finally crumbles. TP's coming through after the objective's gone down, then the fight. And to make matters worse, as you rightly found out, Baron is spawning.
Well timed by GIANTX. Looks like they're just going to start up the Baron immediately. Lot doesn't have TP, but he is recalling because they see Carlson in the bot side. They see Flackhead in mid. It's like, is Flackhead really going to be able to fight against us here? Getting the Voracious Artican just allowed Lot to dive in immediately, distract Heretics, and the rest of GIANTX collapse on the top side. And got engaged. They don't have great disengage either. It's so difficult for them to play a fight unless GIANTX full send into them and then Sten pops the hostile takeover.
It absolutely is. And it's not like they didn't try to invade this Vi while she was in level 6, but they just couldn't get the early leads that they needed. And then GX has just been playing a fantastic game. They have been the guys that had priority in mid lane, moved that around again and again and again. And I mean, it's hard for Team Heretics now. You feel like it's already over.
And it's clean from GIANTX. 26 minutes in with Baron. They are pushing in the doors. That false life about to come off. Just a moment. Jun gets a little bit more of the buff. As now we see the inhibitor falling. They still have the Baron remaining. GIANTX will look for their second inhibitor as well. I feel like the force life should have fallen off by now, but obviously my timing is slightly wrong.
I'd love a timer
It's
for
still
it.
going on, right? Jun goes in for the engage. Magnet Storm onto Kamilu. There's the Shadowing Strike. What you gonna do, Richter? Sent back to the Arcane, sent packing by GIANTX. It is clean,
Oh
it is
my
methodical, a public execution is not even gonna connect. Hostile takeover only hits onto Lot, although he's been doing a bunch of work this game. I don't think it matters too much. The force line crossing the eyes right now.
A bit of predicting casting, I like
Yes,
that.
that's predictive casting right
Yes, absolutely.
now. I predict that GIANTX will get 50 extra gold at the end of this game.
Oh, wow. I think they're going to win this one.
The fact that you get 50 gold for the Nexus kind of implies that there is some sort of extra Nexus shop that you can spend your money on, as we see Sheo dying. And yeah, I think it's going to be hard to contest Drake now.
I would agree. Unless, I mean, I've seen Piglet steal a Baron one time with like a Corky Rocket.
Yeah. I've seen Gumayushi steal one as well, with a Varus Q.
Oh yeah, that's true. Sadly for Team Heretics, the Varus is on GX right now.
That is true.
That would make it very difficult.
Yeah. And the fact they have to defend topside in a 4v3.
Yeah.
Closer and Jackies will take the Drake. It will be Soul for GIANTX. And now, Heretics, you're just setting up bushes. I like it, yeah, it's what you have to do. You find a small pocket of vision where you can get a small pocket of vision, and you try and find a pick, but your engage tools aren't there. You don't have easy hard CC, only the handshake really, so if GIANTX were on the other side of this and they were trying to defend, they have many more ways to pull the trigger to go in for the fight, but Heretics don't really have that option at their disposal. Carlson's going to try and catch a couple of waves, and I will say the Ambassador experiment, I'm not going to say it's failed, but it hasn't really
Done anything
this game.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that's his fault.
No, I mean,
I'm going to stress.
It's hard to say, right? Team Heretics is players from all different systems coming into this one as well, so building up an identity can be difficult. Also, hard to execute. Jackies!
Oh, Jackies, you absolute beauty! He slides 3 back and it's all done. Sheo trying to escape, but what can you do in the face of so much hate? Only Carlson survives. He gets the shutdown, he flashes away, but Lot's having none of it. He'll chase Carlson back down, Noah walks away from it. And in the end, GIANTX will get the ace. Closer will secure it, and the Nexus will fall alongside it. Noah TP's in just to add a little bit of salt on the wound. GIANTX will be 4-1 at the halfway mark of the split.
Yeah, that's